Budapest approach, good evening, with 3 November, 70 miles for waypoint Ultra.
Wizz 3 Echo November, Budapest approach, buonasera, Sir Giuseppe, identified, when you're ready, descend to 10,000 feet by QNH 1019er by leveled Ulzak.
Roger, one ready, descent to 10,000 via level Ulzak, with 3 November, thank you.
Wizz 3 Echo November, information, India, expect ILS approach runway 13 right.
Roger, information India, expect ILS approach 13 right with 3 November.
EVT 126, request push and start.
EVT 126, start and pushback approved, expect exit point Papa 1, call for a taxi.
Pushback approved, EVT 126.
Budapest approach, no FENIX 35.
FENIX 35, Budapest approach, go ahead.
You have called me via ping on the WhatsApp client.
Just please set your scope Charlie mode, please, due to you are on our airspace.
So I'm on flight level 360. You okay?
Okay, just for the identification, please set your scope Charlie mode, please, for cooperation, any pilots and ATC. Thank you.
Scope Charlie.
Vielen Dank, Michael. Terminal 864, descend by the glide, clear ILS 13 right, report when established.
Continue the glide, clear the approach runway 13 right, clear establish, Scandinavian 864.
Budapest approach, sziasztok, sziasztok, ismét Wizz 39, just after Eden, flight level 216.
Wizz 39, Budapest approach, service of ismét Széltomi, identified, descend to 10,000 feet altitude by the QNH 1019er, proceed direct to Katuz, expect ILS 13 right.
Proceed direct Katuz, descend flight level 113, by the QNH 1019er, expect 39.
Caravan 864, runway 13 right, clear to land, wind is 080 degrees, 4 knots, expect located end of the runway Alpha 2.
Thank you, clear to land 13 right and vacate Alpha 2 end of the runway, Scandinavian 864.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For For your continued safety,
Utazó formák Echo Budapest approach I've service running identified descent to 9,000 feet altitude by the FENIX 1019er. Follow Annexa to 10 arrival for ILS approach runway 13 right.
Also in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return
Utazó formák Echo descent to 9,000 feet.
security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
This is 3 Echo November, proceed direct to Ekman.
Direct Ekman, which 3 Echo November.
Finnair 1 Alpha Juliet, we are leaving airspace, unfortunately no further ETC. Frequency change to advisory frequency 1.8. Sziasztok, jó utat, jó leszállást.
Advisory 1.8, Finnair 1 Alpha Juliet, hello.
Wizz 39, descend to 6,000, speed is yours.
Descend 6,000, keeping 250 Wizz 39.
Lufthansa formák Echo, descend to 6,000. Wizz 39, descend to 4,000 via Katus, clear LS13 right support when established.
1019 set, passing 10,100. Now.
Wizz 3 Echo November, 10,000 feet, ready for lower.
Wizz 3 Echo November, expect further descend about 25 miles.
Roger, expect descent
Barrow
about
ref.
25 miles, 3 Echo November.
1019 set, seat belts. Minimum. Auto brake. Engine mode selector. Approach checklist completed.
ABT 126, request taxi to the active.
ABT 126, taxi to holding point runway 13 left kilo via Papa 1 and Alpha 5.
Taxi to holding 13 left via Papa and Alpha 5. ABT 126.
7864, welcome to Budapest, taxi to gate 35 via Alpha 3 and uniform.
Gate 35 Alpha 3 and uniform, Scandinavia 964. Thank you.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Echo, descend to 4,000.
Descend to 4,000 feet, Lufthansa 4 Mike Echo.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
CVT 126, runway 13 left, line up and cleared for takeoff. Wind is 070 degrees, 5 knots. Report on airborne.
CVT 126, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Bluetooth 4 Mike Echo, proceed direct to Ekman.
Direct Ekman.
1,000 to go. Checked.
Wizz 39 runway 13 right, clear to land, wind is 090 degrees, 7 knots.
13 right, clear to land, Wizz 39.
CVT 126, airborne, climbing for 7,000.
CVT 126, approach radar contact, climb flight level 180.
On to flight level 180, EVT 126.
CVT 126, after passing 5,000 feet, proceed direct to Begla, Bravo Echo Golf Lima Alpha, climb flight level 340 initially.
Could you repeat that, EVT 126?
CVT 126, excuse me, my English is not the best. After passing 5,000 feet, proceed direct to Begla, Bravo Echo Golf Lima Alpha, climb flight level 340 initially.
After 5,000, proceed to point Bagel, climb 36, flight level 360, EVT 126.
CVT 126, after 5,000 Begla, Bravo Echo Golf Lima
Radar
Alpha,
altimeter
and
alive.
flight level 340 initially.
Yes, after
Gear
Bagel
down.
and flight level 340 initially.
Wizz 3 Echo November, descend to 6,000, speed is yours.
6,000 feet, fine, east,
Speed checked.
economy.
Flaps 3.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Echo via Ekman, clear direct
Ekman.
approach runway 13 right, report established.
Landing checklist completed.
Via Ekman, cleared the approach to 13 right and the port event established. Lufthansa 4 Mike Echo.
Right, Budapest approach, is it cleared flight level 360 after Begla, EVT 126?
CVT 126, after 5,000, you are now about 8,000. Proceeding direct to the Begla, Bravo Echo Golf Lima Alpha, and climb flight level 340 initially.
Okay. Direct to Beglar, climb flight level 340, EVT 126. Apologies.
1000.
Fully correct.
Checked.
1000.
Sync rate.
500.
Check. Positive climb. Gear up. Gear up.
Wizz 39er, copy the climb 4000 feet QNH 1019er, maintain runway heading.
Maintain runway heading, climb 4000 feet on 39er.
Speed checked. Flaps 2. Speed checked. Flaps 0.
Wizz 3 Echo November, descend to 4000.
4000 with Echo November.
Wizz 3 Echo November via Ekman, clear S13 right, spot unestablished.
Checked.
By Ackman, clear S13 right with 3 Echo November and we report established.
Wizz 39er, turn right heading 220.
Turning right 220 Z39er.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Echo is established, localizer 13 right.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Echo, runway 13 right, clear to land, wind is 100 degrees, 3 knots.
10 right, clear to land, Lufthansa 4 Mike Echo.
Wizz 39er, turn right heading 310 for joining downwind runway 13 right.
Turning right 310 for the downwind 13 right, 39er.
Wizz 3 Echo November on the final, maintain money 0 until 6 DME.
All final 180 until permission is Echo November.
EVT 126, you are leaving my airspace. Unfortunately, no further ATC. Frequency change to advisory frequency 128. Tango flight, transflight to landing, goodbye.
Contact Unicom 122.8, 2126, goodbye.
And with 3 Echo November is now established.
Wizz 3 Echo November, copy the continue approach 13 right, wind is 080 degrees 3 knots, traffic at FE about 10 miles.
Roger, continue approach 13 right and traffic in sight.
Wizz 39 at right ring 340.
Running right view for 039er.
Wizz 3 Echo November, runway 13 right, free to land, wind is 070 degrees 5 knots, expect packet runway 13 right via Alpha 2, end of the runway.
Roger, clear to land with 3 Echo November, LS 13 right, and expect vacating for with at Alpha 2.
So to the 4 Mike Echo, welcome to Budapest, taxi to gate 45 via Alpha 4, Papa 1.
Taxi to gate 45 via Alpha 4 and Papa 1 for making.
Wizz 39 at turn right heading 100, clear LS 13 right, you are number 2 in the sequence.
And right 100 ILS 13 right 039.
Wizz 39 at maintain 180 until 6 miles on final.
Maintain 180 until 60 and Wizz 39er.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Budapest approach. Good afternoon, Lufthansa 349er. Request IFR clearance to Frankfurt.
Look to the 349 Budapest approach, Schönhaben, service information India is correct. Please affect the destination Frankfurt Harness 5 via GLAB to Bravo departure route from the runway 13 left. Initial climb 7,000 feet by the QNH 1019er. and your squawk is 1000.
Lufthansa 300, thank you so much. We are cleared to Frankfurt Hahn via GLEP to Bravo departure, runway 13 left. Initial climb is 7000 and squawk 1000.
This is a 349 read back correct. Please report when ready for start and push.
349 will go in about 2 minutes.
Keinen Geduld.
Speed checked. Flaps 2. Gear down. Radar altimeter alive. Speed checked. Flaps 3. ECAM memo. Landing checklist completed.
With 3 November vacating at Alpha 2.
Is that 3 November? Please confirm because on my radar screen you are on the runway, yes.
Yes, we are vacating.
In this case, your report is not correct. Wizz 39 runway 10 right, clear to land, wind is 100 degrees 3 knots, long landing is approved.
Roger, clear to land 13 right, leaving at 2 with 39.
Wizz 3 Echo November, welcome to Budapest, taxi to stand Romeo 272 via Alpha 4, Papa 1, Papa 2.
Thank you, and the taxi for Romeo 272 by Alpha 4, Papa 1, Papa 2, which 3 November.
Budapest report, Sziasztok, Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango, passing flight of 140, inbound Bravo Papa 786, information India.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango, Budapest report, Sir Patrick, information India is correct, proceed direct to Bravo Papa 755, descend to 9,000 feet altitude by the QNH 1019er, expect straight and approach runway 13 right.
Okay, Roger, proceed direct Bravo Papa 755, if I heard correctly, descend 10,000 feet, QNH 1019, expect straight and approach ILS 13 right, with correction, Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango.
Above.
Checked.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango, information Juliet, QNH 1020.
Information Julius is now on board 1020, Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Budapest approach, Lufthansa 349, request startup and pushback.
5.
Lufthansa 349, please set your squawk Charlie mode, please.
Apologies, squawk Charlie is not set.
Time problem.
Yes.
Lufthansa 349, startup and pushback at cruise distance exit point Hotel 1, call for a taxi.
Roger, start and push approved, disconnect Hotel 1 and call for taxi, Lufthansa 349.
70 knots.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango, descend to 6,000, speed is yours.
Roger, my speed and distance 6,000, Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango.
Wizz 39 service to hit on taxi to stand Romeo 270 via Papa 1.
Romeo 270 via Papa 1, Wizz
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings, and disembark.
Radar and predictive winds
We'd
here
like to
system.
thank you for flying with us today.
After landing checklist
Lufthansa 2
completed.
Kilo Tango, descend to 4,000 via Bravo Papa 755, clear LS13 right, report when established.
This is 4,000 via Bravo Papa 755, clear the LS13 right, report established, Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango.
Which 3 November, and thank you very much for ATC, have a good evening.
Wizz 3 November, technical flight, time check 20, flight and close, see you later, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Go offline. Thank you for a great service and have a good night. Oh my God, flight.
So for my Echo, technical flight, time check 21, flight plan closed, see you later, finish on, cheers.
Danke, ciao.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango, runway 13 right, clear to land, wind is 350 degrees, 1 knot.
Thank you, 13 right, clear to land, Lufthansa 2 Kilo Tango.
Parking brake or chocks. Engines. Wing lights. Fuel pumps. Parking checklist completed.
Wizz 39 Blocks, köszönjük szépen az irányítást, további szép estét, jó munkát, szavaztam!
Wizz 39, mi köszönjük a repülést, time check 2-3, flight time close, gyertek máskor is!